Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along. It is Thursday, Monday evening. It's Monday. It's a Monday evening, which means we got European Le Mans series for you tonight. Oh yes, we have round 7 of this championship, and it is a big grid race that we have at Spa-Francorchamps. So we are hoping for a good result, a good qualifying here at this one, as it's going to be tricky. Very, very tricky. A lot of very fast drivers are going to be in here. And Spa is one of those circuits where everyone seems to go absolutely crazy and mental for whatever reason. I mean, I have a relatively good guess as to what those reasons actually are, but yeah. We're hoping that we can keep the car clean, out of trouble, and try and get a good result here. Spa is not necessarily one of my best circuits. It's a circuit that likes to bite me, in particular, pretty hard. I like it. I enjoy driving it. However, never really seem to get a good result here. I think it's because everybody else is fan of the track. Therefore, they feel that they can do a good performance here, get a good result. Therefore, they push harder, more risks. They think they know the circuit better. Therefore, there's more confidence in their driving. And yeah, they go for moves that aren't necessarily on, and it results in absolute chaos. But we are now into the server. 62 cars in this grid. We're in split 1 of 3. We are the number 10 cars, so there's only a few people who are actually ranked higher than myself here in this split, which is a little bit interesting. A few familiar faces. Jardier's in here. Just trying to look for a few other names that we've been racing against in the last couple of weeks. Fila. Excuse me. Not too many. Babin. I recognise Babin's name. Christian Diaz. Otherwise, yeah, there's not actually a huge number of people in here that we've been racing against in the previous weeks. Anyway, I hope you're all doing good. Thank you very much, Asturbo. Hope your my cough is doing better. It is. It feels like it's on its way out, but it's just lingering a little bit. I have a guess as to why that may be, but I'm not going to go into the details of it because it's not exactly delightful. Don't worry, it's not anything to worry about, as far as I know. But yeah, we're all good. Right. Go ahead, load up the quali set, make sure I am all ready for this race. I think off the top of my head as to how much fuel I'm going to need. Going to be about there for the number of laps that I want to do. Can we close that up more? Not really. Okay, we'll leave that as is. Sorry, I'm just fiddling through various different aspects of the car setup now in preparation for qualifying, which is going to start in the next 20 odd seconds. So whilst I'm here, I'm going to make a couple of quick final adjustments to the wheel and rig. Go bring up the game so you can see it. There is the wonderful everything ready to go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I changed the fuel. Ready for this. Right. We will probably be needing to leave the pits fairly pronto. A whole bunch of people diving out now. Looks like pretty much everyone bar a few is going. So, very quickly double check. few things that I did make final adjustments on. Ready for the start of this session, and I think we're all good to go. So let's head out onto the track now, and hopefully we can qualify well. I hope. It'll be tricky, but we'll see what we can do. This is also the endurance pit lane variant as well, so we want to spend as little time in the pits as possible. No sound? Are you sure? I'm seeing sound on my end. For the game being communicated. Ah, the music. Okay. But yeah, I was going to say, everything looks normal in terms of levels and everything for me. Obviously, once we get out onto the track, sound will pick up. So, engine, and we accelerate away, so if you can get a thumbs up on that, that would be great. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can have ourselves a good race here. Just need to qualify well, try and stay out of trouble. I'd be surprised if I'm in the top 10. I'd be very happy if I'm in the top 10. There's 32 LMP2 cars in this race, so it's going to be tough. 30 GT3s, so traffic is definitely going to be a factor as well. Cool. Thank you very much for the confirmation, guys. Hey, Nicholas. How's it going? As always, thank you for your support here on the channel, being a member, part of the pit crew. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it's a big grid race. This and Le Mans are both always big grids of 62 cars. So it's going to be busy. It's even more important that we do have a good clean run going through. I did see bits of Jardier's stream from last Wednesday when he attempted this race, and he had a couple of incidents with GT3s. He had a spin in the pit lane, and into the wall on the pit exit, which I think was more of a tyre bug for him than his own actual driving. Indeed, plenty of content. So there's a video or two that I need to do this week. They're most likely going to be like short videos, Instagram reels sort of, or YouTube shorts shall I say, rather than the normal format, but I do need to get them done this week, as I promised some people that I would. Just taking it very easy here at this stage. To be fair, I probably, yeah, I don't want to be taking too much out of the tyres, and I realised that my first outlap was a little bit more pushy than I would like it to be. Thing is, the tyre wear here isn't too bad. It's pretty even all round, which is good. So yeah, we're just gonna work the tyres a little bit to get some temperature in them, but not too much that we're taking too much tyre life out of them. And then the question will be, do we go for the strat of starting on fresh tyres, or do we go for the strategy of starting on the quali tyres. The first stint is going to be longer than the second. We will need to fuel saving 2 laps worth of fuel in that first stint, and then a single lap for stint 2. Obviously, with the field much more closely bunched up in that opening stint, not really getting the most out of the tyres, but they do need to go the longer distance. So it's tricky to know. Alright. It was a very slow push lap there, or build lap shall I say, so let's push a little bit more this time. Try and get a good banker lap in. Again, want to try and preserve the tyres a little bit. There we go, here's some of the faster times starting to come in. People. Start that music. A little bit conservative there with the braking on that final chicane. Right, other people are going again, so we shall as well. Crush the wall there. Right, full push on this one. Bit messy there. Oh, just about managed to keep it legal somehow. That was us too wide. Not the best of access, losing a little bit of time here. But we are up into the top 10 for now. So, reasonably happy with that. Could have been a little bit faster. The best time was... Actually, it's not far off my PB. The PB was 2027. Kind of been around there. To only be 9/10 off isn't too bad. And yeah, being in the top 10, happy with that. Hopefully, we stay there. So there's a few people still doing laps, but a lot of people have finished theirs. Now, here comes the big question. Do we start on fresh tyres or not? Oh. It's going to be a tricky choice. Tricky choice. Our pace might actually be a little bit slower than what I predicted on the strategy calculator. So let's quickly update that, see what it comes out with. Single lap fuel saving. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I know what I'm going to do in terms of strategy then. So the race is predicting to be 43 laps. That's what my strategy calculator is telling me at the moment. All round. Cool. Yep.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race.
Cool. P8. Happy with that for starting position. That's nice. I'm going to very quickly just go for a last minute comfort break and now we'll be good to go. Alright, here we go. 30 odd seconds. Fuel is set. I think we are all ready. Let's just hope we can have a nice, good, clean race. That's the aim here. We should say whether that actually comes to fruition or not. But
Formation lap
hey ho.
started.
Alright, predictions, ladies and gents. Where do you reckon we'll finish? Jodier doesn't have his livery for me. Either way. We can see a lot of other people's liveries and we can tell who is who, so here's hoping we don't get dive bombed in turn 1 and we can avoid all the chaos there. That's going to be the key thing, and then obviously making sure we survive a rouge and all that. Alright. Here we go, ladies and gents. Let's see how we do. Big grid. Cars very, very close to one another.
Green flag, green flag.
Underway racing. Oh, we're through up in the P4 already. And we've got a gap to the cars behind. Johnny's having a look around the outside of Bila. Dip on the grass there. Now he's looking inside. Oh. Cold tyres and brakes. Don't want to be looking up. That's bad. Indeed, there was drama. Pretty much a dream start though. Just need my FPS to settle down a little bit here. We do have a flat spot on the front right. I can feel that. Right, Babbin's dropped off the back of us, that's good. Just need to try and stick with Jards. If we do that, that'll be grand. What a first lap. What a start to the race. Picking up positions there, avoiding the cars spinning and making contact with one another on the outside of turn 1. That really worked out nicely for us. Now I just hope that everyone else is on used tyres. It's my only concern that's running through my head is what is the tyre state that everyone else is in. Looks like we might have the pace over Jardier at this point in the race. Excuse me. I have to say, that corner there, turn 9, is one of the spots that I worry about with this setup. I can push into that corner so much harder if I really wanted to, but with that comes the risk of losing the rear of the car. Trying to keep with Jardier here. Yeah, lift and coast at the moment is good for the strategy. An average saving 0.05 litres more than I need to be. So I'll probably just keep going with where I have been lifting and coasting. It looks like someone behind has made a slight mistake there coming out of Stavelo. Doing a 203.4. Very quick lap. Probably not lifting and coasting as much as the rest of us here at the front. I reckon in a couple of laps' time we'll be into the GT3 traffic. bit deep there. It's not good. Someone just fell off the rig. That's not good either. I think it's a cable, which I had loosely hanging. Yeah, it is. That's fine. That one's not important. It wasn't connected to anything. Alright, let's stop the lift and coast for a moment just to try and close up a little bit more. Oh, slight lockups there. I struggle to get a car slowed and turned. Hey Chris, how's it going, mate? Glad to hear. And indeed, we are going. We're going pretty good at the moment, up from P8 up to P4. It is indeed. Appreciate the well wishes. Just trying to hold on to the back of Jardier here. We're very soon going to be hitting the traffic. There it is, there's our first GT3. Much nicer that time, no lockups. Oh, crash at the top of a Rouge. I'm ready on. I managed to rejoin though. Right, now it gets busy. Very, very busy. Just about managed to sneak on through that. Gonna help us out closing up on the guys in front here. We're getting stuck behind this time. And the other LMP2s are right behind us. Be careful in and around the GT3 traffic. Let's get intense. Please don't cut back. Alright, we're dropping the cars behind, but we're not going to get this forward before Rouge. Oh, Jards. Oh, Jards. I need room. Oh, I managed to sneak on through there. I mean, he's a very, very fast driver. I think he was near the front at the start. So I'm not too surprised that he's making his way back through. Yeah, he's the one who holds the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Oh, car behind got held up there. All shots and this guy leaning on each other. That's really hurt our momentum. What racing this is? Come on. Just about holding on to it there, but he's going to have to slipstream here. Ooh-wee! Oh, Jards has lifted. This is going to help us. Oh my god. That GT3 did not go where I wanted it to. This is crazy. This is just absolute crazy. We're getting a little bit too desperate here with moves, I feel. Sorry. Oh my god. Any more? Two more. Two more GT3s. Then things will settle down again. That first pass of traffic, though, was a little bit insane. Someone moaning at someone else saying they've got the IQ of a toilet brush. It's a new one, not heard that one before. Right, 1.5 seconds. So we're going to close back up again. my god. No, no, no. Damn it. Yeah, just got a little bit too on the nose there, which is the thing that I'm worried about with this setup. That's what I was saying earlier about turn 9. It's going to give me some breathing room. Now, eyes back on the cars in front. Yeah, I have found that sometimes if I lean on the brake a little bit too much, try to brake a little bit too much in the corner, just got a little bit too much weight on the front, and that just upsets the rear at this stage in the race. Thankfully, tyre wear has stayed pretty equal, even with that spin. I can feel flat spots, but that's fine. We can drive around that. And the good thing is we're not ruining a brand new set of tyres. Yellow flags again. Looks like they're cleared. We are still in the top 10, so that's the main thing. Just now 6 seconds off the back of P6. Cautious this time into that corner. Do we build the confidence back up again? Try and maintain some level of fuel saving as well. P6 seems to be struggling a little bit. We can get back in those 204s, especially low 204s, should be good. Staying nicely out the way there. Oh, they've done exactly the same thing as I did. Exactly the same. Right, 12 seconds to Babin. That's the main one. The 101, and the car is definitely a little more sketchy on the rear. noticed that the gap to Babin isn't consistent all the way around the lap. We're going to have to be mindful of that. It's another freebie. Lovely. Definitely feels like consistency is quite tricky with this car at this stage in the stint. Because people are quite clearly struggling, including myself. Try and be nice and smooth. Try and maintain that pace in the gaps to the cars in front if you can. Everyone's mid to low 205s. So we... They are soon going to be back in the traffic again. Should rejoin, mate. That wasn't distracting. See Daisy. Survive another 8 laps. Which, to be fair, we don't need to do any more fuel saving. We should be good to push all the way to the end from here. So let's do that. Whilst obviously not taking any more risk than necessary. Should help us close a little bit more on the cars in front. Gotta start making those apexes though. Mid to low 206s for Jadio and Babin. We're going to be a high 205. A lot of time was lost there in turn 1 in the previous lap. I'm not going to get GT3 before ready on, so very nice and safe. Try and cut through this traffic fairly quick. Close that ground in on the cars in front. Although this here is going to hurt us. Although that slide has kind of worked out in my favour. In some ways. Certainly wasn't ideal, but made it a little bit easier to get the momentum off the corner to pass those GT3s a little bit easier. That was quite risky. It kind of works, not really. It's amazing how little confidence I've got on the rear of the car now. I do feel like we're losing ground to the cars in front. GT3 into the pits. Probably serving that drive-through penalty. horrible feeling about these guys. As to where we're going to catch them. Very good. Come on, LMP2 power. Two laps in a row, we managed to time it just right there. Passing the GT3 into a Rouge. I'm not going to get this guy where I want to. Everyone else has got through the GT3 traffic. Two more cars to go. No. That sucked. Just catching the guy at just the wrong place. So we've got enough to go 3 more laps, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pit 22 laps, so we go on the fresh tyres. And have a shorter fuel stop. And no one's gone to the pits yet. Not in the top 16 at least. Bless me. Happened just at the right time. Lemon and Jade are pretty close. Easy. Alright, fuel's working out pretty much spot on where I want it. We might have to do some lifting and coasting on this one. Just to make sure that we do make it to the end without any issue. I imagine everyone else is going to be pitting this lap. Okay, good. Where's our pit box? There it is. Nice, lovely entry. Alright, now 45 minutes. I'm near enough full push to the end. But remember, be on cold tyres coming out the pit lane. If there's not too many people coming in and we get a good clear run out. Alright, no more cars in pit entry, please. Good after that one. Yep. Okay. Right, how close are we to everybody else? And do what Giles didn't spin in the pit lane. Seems like a whole bunch of people have actually not bothered to change tyres. Either that, or their pit box is down here in the bottom end of the pit lane. We are down a whole bunch of positions at the moment. There's only one person in front who hasn't pitted. So we haven't lost any positions. It was just people at the bottom end of the pit lane. think some people behind us are on used tyres. Judging by their pace. Actually, no, maybe. They're on brand new tyres as well. Maybe they are on used tyres. Podium. That's a big ask from this far back. Top 5, maybe. Oh god, that's very deep. Still waiting for these tyres to come up to temperature. Struggling in that sense. Yeah, this car in front is on... didn't change tyres at all. 1 minute 51 in the pit lane. Everyone else is over 2 minutes. So they're having an advantage here for these 2 laps. But once my tyres come up to temperature, we'll be in. And we don't need a fuel save, so we're good there. Take that, lovely jubbly. Just need to sort my braking point now for turn 1. Tyres are going to be pretty much there now, so we can push. Alright, 10.5 seconds to the car in front. Let's get back into that top 5. Where it should be. Should have gone for it. By that traffic earlier on, I think we have made a gain here. Yeah, 2063. Lovely 9 times a second. That was a little tight, but we got through. Plenty of minutes go. I wonder if Wologorski in front is on used tyres. Whilst they've had to deal with some traffic on that lap as well. The lap times do seem to be worse than ours. They did change tyres in the pit stop, I know that much. Their stop was only a second faster than ours. But they might have gone onto what is their quali set now. I will give PMR a go, yeah, ask Turbo. Thank you very much, High Grade. Appreciate the well wishes. Come on, 5.5 seconds with half the gap already. Obviously, traffic has been helping. Jardy is flying in P3. There he is. See him up in front now. A lot more clearly. Oh, Babin's spun. Or certainly had an off. Yeah, he's had an off. Come on, 9 seconds to Babin. Okay, thank you. It's a little awkward, I was expecting to go deep. Get spicy at 4 or 5 laps in this pace, hopefully. Hopefully we do have the tyre advantage when we get there. Batman's back up to pace again. Is he? Didn't mean to mount that card there. Don't go too wide, don't lose too much time. This would have been like to have gone fully flat through Purple Fray there. Oh, another spin for Babin. He falls on the cards, he falls on the cards. Lock in, gents. It's going to be a fun final 10 laps. $11 laps. Leon's let them to go. Risky. Kinda needed. Thank you very much, Bart. Hopefully I don't get shafted here with the GT3 traffic. No, we're good. I'm not gonna get this guy though. Oh no. That was terrible by me. Right, we need to refocus back in the zone again. Two of them are fighting, just gonna help us out. Getting messy, ladies and gents. Dicey with the traffic. Oh! That was close. I wanted to keep my foot flat though, if I could. Thank you, Leon. Shout out to you, mate. Part of the Jade racing community. I was a little bit sketchy there. Haven't got caught on the curb. Alright. Here we go, this is where things are going to get interesting. When we go for a move, we can't lose any time. Now we're in the dirt, yeah. Just hope that I do have the tyre advantage over both of these drivers. Oh, Babin's really struggling. Oh, sorry. Ah, that was my bad. Yeah, that was on me. I think what unfortunately happened there for Woligoski is I bumped him, which then bumped him into Babin, and it was hitting the rear of Babin's car that spun him. I feel really bad for that. See if we can get Babin there. He's been struggling here into the bus stop, so I think that's going to be our prime opportunity for a move. Yeah, Batman's going to clear this GT3 quite easily. What? That was very, very close. Thank you, Mr. Aston. Remember you did that last time, so took advantage of it again. Come on. Yellow up ahead for a GT3. Now rejoined. Boy, he might get held a little bit here. He is. Here we go. There's our chance. Not as much of a run as I wanted. Still, it's doable. There we go, around the outside. Let's go. Come on. Secure it. Thank you very much. We got lucky there with those two GT3s. That really helped give us a run on Babin. Had to lift more than I wanted to, but definitely had the overrun on him. That's for sure. He's pushing though. Come on, Jards, get P2. Let's go, mate. There you go, battle done. Dusted, over. Chill out and relax now. Indeed we can breathe. And some deep breaths we shall take. So Babin will probably be pushing like crazy, so we can't completely let off the gas, but certainly relieves some of the pressure. It means we could drive with a lot less risk. I just gotta hope that traffic falls kindly with us. Which at the moment it's not going to. Not here with these two. There he comes, look. He's got to run all the way along here. Going to be a dicey last lap. Not going to get this GT3 where I want it. Oh, we're leading on each other. Long way to go there, though. Stop it. Nothing I could do. Told him my line. He was the one who was luring me. Holy hell. Ah, Giants has got P2. Come on, boy. Yes, let's go. Hold it. He's done it. Nice. What a race for him. Oh. Although the guy who's just finished in P3 is not happy with Jardier. Oh man. P4 in the end. Really happy with that. And we had enough fuel for one more if we really needed to. But we didn't. Man, what a race. What a battle that was right at the end. Jeez. Oh, 2 good races recently with a lot of really good fighting. I will apologise to Wologoski because that was my bad. Apologise there. Oh. All the chat. People going off. Well, at least Wologoski is accepting of my apology, which is good. Oh man, what a fight that was though. We're gonna have to look through all that replay there because that was really good fun. The setup worked pretty well. It did go a little bit sketchy in the latter part of the stints, but certainly it was a lot better in the second stint, obviously on the fresher tyres. I'm very much aware of how the car behaviour changes. But still, P4, very happy with that. Up 4 positions. Nice lovely gain in the driver ranking. Some nice gains there. Obviously lost a little bit in quali, but that's fine. 7 contacts with Babin. Jeez. All of them really minor though. 276 points. Pretty good gain. Happy with that. How are we doing championship standings wise? P14. We are up there in the top 15, which is really nice. Oh, not there at the very top though. And again, we did miss out on a race, so we might be alright when it comes to the end. Jazz missed 2 races, that would be why he's down there. Right, let's take a look at the replay. And whilst we wait for this to load, I'm going to go to Lou again. Oh, excuse me. Still taking a little bit to load. Do-do-do-do. Alright. We're in. Oh, that's kind of where I want it. Here we go. Let's take a look at this race start then. I think cars behind got a slightly better reaction to the lights than I did. So we kind of had to cover that off, which then resulted us kind of going down the inside and avoiding a lot of the issues there. So yeah, very nicely up into P4. So where did Wologowski start? Okay, he did start behind us. Oh dear. Leading pair. Not the best of starts from Minio. Oh my god, where's this guy going? So he was moaning at Jardier for the final lap, but this is pretty dirty, shoving two drivers out there. And Leon, I choose you. You're kind of here in the middle of the pack. We'll pick Leon up. There we go. What happened here? Obviously invisible cars. Oh, Leon got hit and tagged a fair amount. And this guy was quick. Hoakel. Very fast driver. So there wasn't really too much else that happened. Lock up there for me, which is a little bit annoying and frustrating, but still we managed to continue on, which is nice. And nothing really happened in the next few laps. Till we're into the traffic, and this is where things started getting pretty crazy. So I'll go back to, because this is where the traffic first started. So yeah, this is where things started getting really crazy. Thankfully that door there opened up for us. thought about it, but with the Ferrari being that close in front, it wasn't really going to work. Just about managed to nip back in ahead of Babin there. God, we got close. Jard's almost cleaning out Mustang. This is where... Off the side, bouncing off to the side there. Yeah, this guy had too much of a run. I couldn't do anything about it. This was nuts in and around still the traffic. It was great fun, but my god, was it so unbelievably intense. I lifted intentionally here to let Babin go so I could slot him behind, pick up the slipstream and try and go back at him again. Coming into the bus stop, which went nicely. We managed to get the outside there. A tiny little bit of contact. Slightly better drive off the exit. And that was sketchy as hell. I don't know why this guy moved to the middle of the track. Thankfully I saw it early enough and was able to jeep round. Then that was bowled by Babin. That was good awareness by the Aston Martin there to give Babin room, otherwise Babin would have wiped him out. That GT3 was just too close for my liking to really do anything. And then after that, not really much else happened. Obviously, we had our spin. Just it was on the previous lap. There it is. A little bit too on the nose. Just trying to rejoin safely. Alright, then after that, a bit later on lap. Here. Yeah, it's so me bumping Wologorski here. I think he was fine at this point. It's the tap into the back of Babin that just spun him there. Which is a real shame. Thankfully, he was able to rejoin and like hold on to P6 there. And this was the Titanic run that we managed to get. Yeah, you got held up so much. We had to lift big time. Probably should have done it earlier myself, to be fair, but I was hoping that these two were going to sort themselves out. That Porsche doesn't even have a rear wing. Didn't realise that. And that I'll be able to find an opening and a way through, but alas, wasn't quite to be. Thankfully, we did still have enough of a run and a bit of a side draft here to nip ahead. That was a lovely move. Plenty of room given. And then the last lap of the race, I had to hold back here because I knew I wasn't passing this guy before Rouge and Radion. So I thought, if I lift early, it's going to hold Babin up. He's going to have to lift as we go through a Rouge and Radion, which is going to hurt his run and neuter that effect. As you can see. So look, the drop into half throttle is closing up by quite a good amount, but he himself has to lift here. There's absolutely no way through. And now we're pretty much dead even in terms of speed. Obviously, he's then going to have to slipstream all the way along this straight. But at least it's killed the run that he did have on me. I tried to hold it as tight as I could. Slight convergence of lines in a couple of places. Yeah, he just lost it on throttle. Yeah, without even me touching him. Obviously, we were very, very close there. Yeah, we were very, very close there. And there may be an element of him picking up a little bit of dirty air, which impacted that, but... How good does this look? Did he actually hit the wall? No, we just did a very nice reverse 180. And look at this run that he's got. And yeah, he's had to lift. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Babin there picking up the throttle and losing it, because it would have been very close with us. So what happened with these guys then? Charles was a very quick downshift. Ah. Oh, Sabila went off. Big time here. And tried to defend. And then this gave Jards an epic run. So it's not Jards that Simagic had an issue with. It was Bila. Oh, and he hit the wall. Whoa! Oh, that's a big one as well. He got lucky to get away with that. Very lucky. Oh, you know what? That might have been a bit naughty. I think he's got suspension damage. He kept his foot in it, didn't he? Yeah, he tried to as much as possible. He probably should have gone inside. Obviously, hindsight here. Makes it a lot easier to say that. But he's always going to track out wide here. Always going to track out wide. Might have gone a little bit wider. Kind of shoved him off. But yeah, I can see why he was pissed. Yeah, you can tell there's a little bit of suspension damage. It's not much. But there is a bit there. He got very lucky to hold on to that. Very lucky. Right, ladies and gents. That was this evening's race. What a fun one that was. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Really happy with the P4. Obviously, good start. That very much helped us out there. And I think a pretty good strategy. And overall, some really good fun battles. That's 2 races in a row with the Bahrain 8 hours over the weekend, where we had some fantastic battling with other people. Nice, good, hard, fair racing, which obviously very enjoyable. Really like being a good part of. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the live stream. Give it a like if you did. Please consider subscribing if you're new here. And yeah, try and keep an eye out for videos and next live stream, which should be Thursday. We'll be doing the GTE race, the World Endurance Championship, which I think is the final round. We're going to be nowhere in terms of the championship. point scoring. So we've missed a whole bunch of races, but at least we'll be doing the last race of the season at Monza. So that'll be interesting. And then the last race of the European Le Mans Series next week is going to be Brazil. Interesting. That'll be a good fun one. So yeah, look forward to seeing you all again on Thursday, and possibly a video between now and then as well, depending on how quickly I can get stuff edited and sorted. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Until the next time, have fun, stay safe. Take care.